Dear audience, let me introduce you now to Dr. Shirin Siddiqui, Professor of Chemistry at Elizabeth City State University, North Carolina, who is also a CLP volunteer for remote instruction. Welcome, Dr. Siddiqui, to CLP's annual fundraising event 2021. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
So, let me ask you the journey that you have gone through in your life, being a graduate of Kochua High School, which is in Bagherhat, right, Khulna, Bangladesh, and now a professor of a 4-year college in the USA. How this journey shaped up your experience for this remote teaching? Did it help you to relate better with the children?
Yes, I think so. I think that this journey or this experience um, helped me to be flexible. The situations are never ideal, almost never ideal. So you can use that as an excuse, but you can also use that, you have the mindset that we have to do whatever it needs to be done.
Absolutely, yes.
So I think that in Kochua or in that respect, I was in a lot of remote schools, and a lot of the situation I had to face. I was the only girl in 8th grade, go with this to teacher, come back. So it just really taught me to not to give up, keep the main focus, and just go on. So I think the remote teaching I also identify a lot of time our connection wasn't the ideal. We couldn't hear as good. The students sometimes they want to listen, sometimes they don't, which is natural in any place. But I think that overall I was prepared because my life's experience is so diversified. I think that's it really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that you could relate to children back in Bangladesh, in the Bagherhat, the school, Uttipan Badar Shamsun Bidyala Niketan, right? That is in Bagherhat. Do you think that what that time of your life when you were going to the Kochua High School, and at that time being a girl, as you said, you're the only girl in the 8th grade, did it help you to relate better with these children, and did it help you to understand what would work for you to teach them effectively?
Yes, it did, because the school I'm right now doing the volunteer teaching, also in my class, most of the students are girls.
Awesome.
Most of the students are girls, and most of them are also covering their head, which is meaning that they are relatively conservative or religious. So it's the situation is so different. And that my remote experience, that I also have the experience of growing up in remote Bangladesh,
Right.
from where I'm coming. So I think we are a combination of our experiences, right?
Absolutely.
So I think that all these experiences shaped me, and I believe that I never forgot where did I come from. Where did I come from? So I could remember everything as if I'm in that class. I can feel that I'm teaching and I'm also listening. So yeah,
Yes,
it really has that real.
exactly. That's what I felt when I read your article that you wrote for the magazine. That I felt that you basically transported yourself to that classroom, right? It
Yeah,
reminded you
yeah,
of all of
yeah.
your
And the
different
connection the
experiences.
students can really feel that, because I have that first-hand experience of being in a setting like that
Right,
almost 50 years ago. Yes.
right, absolutely. So, how this remote teaching experience benefit all that are involved? For example, you, of course, being the instructor, online instructor, the teachers who are part of this, maybe the chemistry department in the school, and the students. How all of you get benefited from such an experience?
So there are three parties, right? The students, the teacher, and myself. So let me talk about the students first. The remote area students, where most of them are female, I think that they benefit seeing me, somebody who looks like them,
Hmm.
right? And like a Bangladeshi woman, I can talk Bangla as much as they want, or even sometimes better than they can. And it's an inspiring story, because they see somebody like them in my place. I
Hmm.
think that is like a really, really a strong message. That is their benefit, that they see that anything is possible. Anything
Absolutely.
is possible.
Hmm.
And for the teacher, because the headmaster, Dipankar, he is also the chemistry instructor in that
Okay.
school. So he also has that experience of and that really helps us. That he helps me with the Bengali terms, because some of the terms I might not remember, or maybe it's introduced new. He helps me to write on the board, which he can do faster than on my computer. And he can also see the way I'm explaining. Maybe it's a little different than his. So that's the benefit for his side. Or also I'm a resource. He can reach out
Right.
to me and ask me anything, and we can discuss. And for me, the benefit is really tremendous. It it makes me see that how the Bangladeshi students, where they are, what is their standard, what is the difference where when I was there, and what is and I see there is no difference. Rather, the standard is higher now. I see that, and so in that respect, I can also make a comparison. My students here, those students there, whether so I think for all these three parties, I think benefit is most for me. I think, like that. And of course, I try my best to do that. And all in all, that we also have cultural exchanges, because I'm very interested into literature. So
Okay.
I also often also discuss Bengali with them,
Right.
because I
Right.
know that a lot of our students do not have as much experience in Bengali. So that's another additional point. I really enjoy that. They enjoy it, and I do enjoy it too.
That's great. And it's great to hear from you as a CLP volunteer for remote teaching, online teaching, that it benefits all of us. This
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
it's not only about just education, or it's not only about
Mm.
chemistry as you wrote in your article. It's about experiencing life.
Yeah.
It's
Chemistry you
about
can learn from any place. These
right,
days, the internet and everything. But what I'm bringing in is like it's a face of chemistry. Like,
exactly.
there's a real person like them, and who happens to know also a little bit of chemistry.
Right. And maybe one of these girls, or many of them, would now have would now ask their inner spirits to think big
Yes.
by
Yes.
seeing you, and by being there with you in the class. So thank
Because
you
I
so
also went to
much.
school like theirs, right? So there's so they can see that I went to school like
Right,
theirs. And here
absolutely.
I am. Yeah. Yes.
So
Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Dr.
Thanks for having
Siddiqui.
me. Okay.
Absolutely. And we look forward to hearing more inspiring stories from your experience. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
volunteering for
Okay. Thank
CLP.
you. Bye.